Every morning when I walk into my clinic, I see something that always tugs at my heart. Faces in their 60s, sometimes 70s, walking in with a worry they don't quite know how to put into words. And there's one number that keeps echoing in my mind. 7 out of 10 older adults are quietly losing their vision and memory, even though on the outside they feel pretty fine. But the body doesn't lie. It sends signals, gentle ones, yes, but clear enough if we choose to listen. Maybe you've forgotten the name of someone close to you, even though you just saw them yesterday. Maybe evenings suddenly feel darker, not because the sun is setting earlier, but because your eyes don't adjust the way they used to. Or maybe you look around a room you've known for years and feel like your mind is floating behind a thin fog. Have you ever felt that? If you have, you're not alone. And more importantly, this is not the fate of aging. In my 30 years of practice, what breaks my heart the most isn't the decline itself. It's how many people accept it. They think fading memory and blurry vision are just part of getting older. That's just how it is, they say. But I want you to know a very different truth. Your brain and your eyes can still repair themselves every single night while you sleep. The problem is, most of us never give the body the materials it needs to do the repairs. And that's why I'm making this video, to show you that with just a small change at dinner, you can give your eyes and your brain the chance to heal the way they were meant to. Let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. David Warren, and I've just crossed my 60th birthday. 3 decades of working with patients over 50 has given me a deep understanding of the human body, especially the eyes and the brain. I'm not the kind of doctor who only looks at lab results or prescription lists. I look at how people live, how they eat, how they sleep, how they treat their bodies every day. And through the years, I've realized something that changed my entire perspective. The human body, even at 70 or 80, still has an incredible ability to recover if we support it the right way. My specialty is age-related vision health, but I always tell my patients, if you want to heal your eyes, you have to take care of your brain too. These organs are connected more deeply than most people realize, sharing blood vessels, sharing nerves, and sharing the same patterns of age-related damage. I'm making this video not just as a doctor, but as someone walking with you. My goal is simple, to help you see more clearly, remember more confidently, and live with better quality, no matter your age. And if you're watching this, it tells me you're ready to take better care of yourself. And I promise, you'll leave here with practical, doable steps that can change your health in just a few weeks. Before we talk about the vegetables that can repair your brain and eyes at night, I want you to understand something important. Memory loss and vision decline don't happen because you're old. They happen because your body no longer has the repair fuel. Imagine this. Through the day, your brain and your eyes work like 2 tireless workers. They battle screens, blue light, UV rays, dust, stress, and emotions you barely notice. Hour after hour, tiny cells get worn down. Then nighttime comes. That's your body's natural repair shift. But without the right nutrients, that repair shift is like a construction crew with no tools. They want to fix things, but they simply can't. The real reasons people over 60 feel foggy or see their eyesight fade faster at night aren't because time is cruel. It's because of silent inflammation, reduced circulation, and oxidative damage that builds up over decades. Those 3 forces slowly erode both the retina and the neurons in your brain. The good news? All 3 can improve dramatically simply with real food. No expensive supplements, no fancy treatments. Your body only needs the nutrients nature designed for nighttime repair. And the 4 vegetables I'm about to share with you are the most powerful night repair teams I've seen in my 30 years of work. Now picture your body like a 60, 70-year-old house. Over time, the wind, the sun, the rain, little things you hardly pay attention to, create cracks, loose wires, worn-out corners. It's fine during the day, but at night the repair crew has to come in. The problem is, without enough materials, they can't do anything. Inside your body, that repair crew is the NRF2 pathway, your master repair switch. And broccoli, with its sulforaphane compound, is what walks in and flips that switch on. No drama, no noise. It simply activates more than 200 protective genes, clearing inflammation, reducing oxidative stress, and helping tired cells rebuild. People over 60 often have eyes and brains that tire together because they share blood flow, nerves, and inflammation patterns. Broccoli goes straight to the heart of that problem. Sulforaphane works like a cleaning crew entering the retina, where years of light exposure have created oxidative damage. It sweeps the debris, neutralizes free radicals, and restores a healing environment. And in the hippocampus, the memory center, sulforaphane calms neuroinflammation, giving the brain space to function clearly again. Many of my older patients tell me, my mind feels brighter after just a few weeks of eating broccoli at night. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience confirmed it. Sulforaphane improved memory and learning in aging animals, and human neural cells responded the same way in the lab. Broccoli is also rich in lutein. In a University of Illinois study, older adults with more lutein had stronger brain connectivity in areas linked to focus and processing. I remember a patient named Harold, 74. He told me, "Doctor, I thought I just had to live with squinting while reading the newspaper. But after 3 months of broccoli at dinner, it's like someone opened a window in my eyes." His memory for people's names even improved, something he believed was just old age. But it wasn't. It was recovery. To get the most from broccoli, steam it for 5 to 7 minutes, sprinkle a bit of mustard seed powder, and eat it at night before bed. It's a small habit, but one your brain and eyes have been waiting for. Here's the English version in a natural American spoken style, as if a doctor is talking directly to the viewer on YouTube. If your eyes and your brain were like gardens that have dried out after years of harsh sunlight, then beets would be the cool stream of water flowing back in, bringing life to every wilted leaf. I like to think of beets as a river of oxygen, because their biggest job is to open up your blood vessels and send fresh oxygen and energy back to the areas that have been running on empty for far too long. What makes beets so special is their rich amount of natural nitrates. When you eat beets or drink beet juice, those nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, a remarkable little molecule that relaxes and opens up your blood vessels, improving blood flow to both your eyes and your brain. It's the same mechanism Olympic athletes use to boost their endurance and performance. But for people over 60, this effect is even more meaningful. As we age, blood flow to the brain can drop by around 15%. That means your brain cells are trying to function with less oxygen and fewer nutrients than before. And your eyes, packed with millions of tiny nerve cells, become more sensitive, more tired, and more prone to blur, especially at night. Beets help change that. When nitric oxide relaxes your blood vessels, blood starts flowing more freely into the retina, feeding your visual cells. Older adults often tell me they can see better in the dark, that there's less glare, or that their eyes don't ache as much by the end of the day. Those are all signs of better circulation. For the brain, better blood flow means better memory, faster processing, more alertness, and sharper focus. A 2017 study in the Journals of Gerontology found that older adults who drank beet juice before light exercise had increased blood flow to the frontal cortex, and their brain activity looked much more like that of younger adults. Another study from the University of Exeter in 2011 showed that beets improved cognitive performance, reduced mental fatigue, and helped brain cells use oxygen more efficiently. I remember a patient named Margaret, 76 years old. She told me that after just a few pages of reading, her mind would freeze and she couldn't focus. I suggested she add half a cup of roasted beets to her dinner, 5 days a week. 6 weeks later, she came back and said, "Doctor, you won't believe this. I finished my first book in a year. And the strangest thing is, I actually remember what I read." That is the power of oxygen, something many older adults don't realize they're missing. Using beets is simple. Lightly steam or roast them, and avoid boiling for too long because it can reduce the nitrates. If you drink beet juice, choose cold pressed with no added sugar. The ideal time is about 2 hours before bed, so your body has time to convert nitrate into nitric oxide. Beets are not just another vegetable. They're a quiet river that brings life back to the dry, tired regions of your brain and retina, little by little, night after night, week after week. If the earlier vegetables are the repair crew, the light bringers, and the river of oxygen, then asparagus is the gatekeeper, the quiet guardian standing behind your nervous system. protecting the delicate wiring that helps you think, remember, and see clearly. Most older adults don't realize they have a kind of armor wrapped around their nerves. That armor is called myelin. It's like the insulation around an electrical wire. When you're young, that myelin layer is thick and strong. As you age, it can thin out, crack, and break down, and your nerve signals become slower and less reliable. Asparagus is one of the rare vegetables that can actually help protect and repair this myelin layer. It does this through a powerful group of nutrients, especially folate, vitamin B9. Think of folate as the messenger between nerve cells. It helps your body produce serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals that keep your brain communicating clearly and smoothly. When you're low in folate, you may start to feel mentally heavy, have trouble concentrating, remember less, or feel your mood dip for no clear reason. A 5-year study of over 1,000 older adults, published in the British Medical Journal, found that people with low folate levels had faster brain shrinkage and significantly worse memory scores. But that's only half the story. Asparagus is also rich in glutathione, one of the body's most powerful antioxidants. Glutathione is like the soap that scrubs away cellular waste in your brain at night. Your glymphatic system, the brain's cleaning system, works hardest while you sleep, and glutathione gives that night shift an extra boost, helping your brain feel clearer when you wake up. What's fascinating is how this also impacts your eyes. When the brain is able to detoxify properly, the retina is under less stress. There's less inflammation, less fatigue. Many older patients tell me that when they wake up in the morning, my eyes don't feel as heavy, or I can read clearly almost right away. Asparagus also contains vitamins E and K, two crucial nutrients for keeping myelin strong. If myelin is the highway, then these vitamins are the smooth asphalt that lets the cars, your nerve signals, travel quickly and safely without getting stuck. I remember a patient named James, 72. He came to see me and said his mind would freeze every afternoon. He described it as if someone hit the pause button in his head. I suggested he add asparagus to his dinner 3 or 4 times a week. 1 month later, he returned and said, "Doctor, I'm not saying I'm smarter, but my brain runs a lot smoother. It's like a rusty hinge that finally got some oil." Just one vegetable, but with the power to support real neural recovery. Asparagus is very easy to use. Steam or roast it quickly, and don't overcook it, or you'll lose a lot of the folate. Add a little olive oil to help you absorb the fat-soluble vitamins. A squeeze of lemon helps preserve its antioxidant power. Eat it at dinner when your body's getting ready for its nightly repair shift. Asparagus is a quiet vegetable, but a powerful protector. You may not feel a dramatic change overnight, but night after night, week after week, you'll start to notice the difference in your focus, in your memory, and in the way your eyes greet the morning. Now let me help you turn all of this into a simple, gentle routine, something realistic for anyone over 50. I always tell my patients, you don't need to change your whole life, you just need to change your evenings. In the morning, start with a glass of warm water and a short, easy walk. That alone can wake up your circulation, relax your blood vessels, and prepare your body to use the nutrients you'll give it later. In the afternoon, keep your meals lighter and simpler, so your body isn't overloaded by the time evening comes. That way, your dinner can truly be focused on feeding your brain and your eyes. Then in the 2 to 3 hours before bed, that's your golden window. Choose 2 out of the 4 vegetables we've talked about: broccoli, carrots, beets, or asparagus. Rotate them through the week so your body gets a full range of nutrients. Cook them gently, steam, roast, or lightly saute them with a bit of olive oil. And don't forget a small glass of water to help transport those nutrients where they're needed. If you keep this up 4 or 5 evenings a week, I truly believe that within a few weeks, you'll notice your eyes feel lighter, your mind feels clearer, and your mornings feel more energized. That's not magic. That's your body responding to the care you're finally giving it. Before we finish, I'd like you to take a quiet moment and place your hand over your heart. This body, these eyes, this brain, has walked with you for decades. It has seen the people you love, held on to your most beautiful memories, and carried you through your hardest days. And even if you feel like it's slowing down, getting weaker, or not as sharp as it once was, I want you to remember something very important. Your body is still listening. it still wants to heal. It still wants to keep going with you. It just needs you to give it a chance. In over 30 years of practice, I've seen people in their 70s and 80s regain clarity and sharpness they thought were gone forever. Not because of anything extreme or complicated, but because of small, simple, consistent changes. If you're watching this video, it tells me you haven't given up. You still believe you can feel better, clearer, stronger, more alive. And I believe that too. No matter if you're 60, 70, or 85, it is never too late to take care of your eyes and your brain. All it takes is a little patience, a little kindness toward your own body, and then letting nature do what it was always designed to do. If what I shared today touched you, even just a little, if you feel like you understand your body better, or you've rediscovered a bit of hope that your vision and memory can improve, then I'd like to invite you to do something small but meaningful. Please click the like button on this video, not to make me popular, but so YouTube will show this to other older adults who may be struggling silently with blurry vision or fading memory. If you have friends or family who are worried about their health, share this video with them. Sometimes one small piece of information is enough to help someone sleep better, see more clearly, or simply feel less alone. And if you'd like to keep walking this journey with me, if you don't want to miss future messages, guidance, and gentle reminders about staying healthy in your 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, then hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Every week, I'll be here to help you, to share with you, and to remind you that age is not a limit. It's just the starting point of a new, healthier chapter.